form of incredible mobile marketing, right? Every time my phone rang, the Republican friends around me went ballistic. Okay? Mobile marketing and ringtones and this kind of content doesn't just have to be for fun, right? Every time my phone rang, the Obama message of Change America was affecting everybody around me. Critically important point, and it still continues to go. So you want to be thinking about that. Another critical thing that Obama did was he had a mobile website. He used text messaging, as I mentioned. The text messaging channel that they built, and I'll talk about that really quick. The text messaging channel they built over years. At one point, I don't have the official numbers, but I've heard anywhere from 1 or 2 million to upwards of 3 million numbers in this database. The critically important point about this database, and one of the people I've been talking with one time said, think about this content. Think about the ability to be able to have reach instantaneously. Who is on that database? Not just you and me and potential voters, but every press analyst in the entire country. When they want to get the word out to the press, to the industry, all they had to do was send a text. And it got there out in the news. They didn't have to go through traditional PR channels. Of course they did, because they wanted to respect them. But they could get their word out on their own instantaneously using all these channels. The text messaging became very effective channels. They had a mobile website, and on the mobile website, I could bring in dynamic news in real time, have ringtones, videos, downloading wallpapers. They had a functionality called Tell a Friend. Remember, it's all about the conversation right now. They used a Tell a Friend functionality where people would refer and exchange the site together. They allowed to give the hope, where they could share the hope. Hope was a big message of Obama. They had the ability for people to click and get, either text message manually or click on the form, enter their phone number, and initiate an option for the text alert service. They had the ability to vote for people to vote on the mobile website and share their opinion. And then if people clicked on this banner here, they could enter their email address, put in a zip code, and then over 10 different Obama position papers would be sent out, either ethics or on the war or healthcare. So another thing that they did is not only did they use traditional media to get people to mobile, they used mobile to get people to traditional media. They made it interactive. They shared and leveraged all of the channels that were available to them. So, and this really is the whole point. Is there one web? Well, certainly in terms of content. But when it comes to the browsing and experience of people on the mobile web, and these guys recognize that every single device created a different experience. Every single carrier had a different experience. On an iPhone, I could have a 420 by 320 display to share my information. But at the same time, I need to have and be able to render content down on a 95 by 65 inch pixel display. So we built out the solution to handle that with over 7,000 different devices across all our network. We have the ability too, if they came in through, say, Verizon, who doesn't allow the ability to click on content and download it, well, then we recognize it was coming from Verizon, and then add mobile-originated call to action to get content from the device. So again, mobile needs to be relevant and tied very tightly with the business solution. And Paul Nerger from the .mobi brings up this idea. He calls it Mobi thinking. Don't have .com thinking, don't have traditional direct marketing thinking, have Mobi thinking. Remember, if they're on a mobile device, have phone numbers that are connected. If they're on a mobile device, keep in mind that they want to have local relevant content to them, and they want to find things within their domain. They also experimented with social networking widgets and propagation across all the media channels. They had very in-depth reporting. Now, this is an example of the iLoop mobile software reporting utility. Clearly, I don't have access to their software utilities, and I'm not even going to hazard a guess as to what their numbers were. But you simply could look and manage the analytics. And I'm going to wrap this up now, too. So we've been talking a lot about mobile, and we've been talking a lot of exciting things, and I'm giving you some examples of what one politician has done with mobile. There are a tremendous amount of guidelines and resources out there. As I pointed out, there's no reason why you should know how all of this works. But keep in mind, you don't have to be left in the dark. The information is out there. We have guidelines and standards. We have a range of glossary terms and best practices and other resources and documents. The MMA publishes the International Journal of Mobile Marketing, which is the world's academic journal focusing on helping us understand how to use this channel. There are a tremendous amount of committees. If you join the MMA, you can join committees and actually add your voice and help this industry grow on a global scale. You'll find other resources around the world as well in terms of reporting. You should go to other sites, for instance, like the USShortcode.com administration in the U.S. Now, you can't go buy a Brazilian shortcode utilizing that tool, but if you go and look, it'll tell you all about application providers and content providers and how the networks work. And there's a tremendous amount of resources there. So some parting thoughts for you. Why do we care about mobile? It has global mass reach. It has exponential growth worldwide. And the opportunities are finally becoming real, and they're here now. But keep in mind the rules still apply. What's your value proposition? What are your objectives? Mobile doesn't stand alone. It needs to interact with all of your other media. And it can deliver on multiple objectives. And the basics still apply. Who is the consumer? What are your objectives? What are your strategies? And what are your measures for success? And then more importantly, don't limit yourself to self-imposed boundaries on your creative. Think about what you want to get, and then you can accomplish it mobile. But if you need to have questions or need to understand it, you can go to people like myself, or like Jeff from Tip Cricket, or Eddie, or anybody